What's up guys, and welcome to the first episode of Vert TV. What is Vert TV? Well, it's an all-exclusive, super underground, cutting-edge, prime time reality TV show where you and I are the stars of the show. Every week we'll bring out a topic, and all you have to do is just watch the video, hit respond, and tell us what you think either through the comments or just link us to a video. We'll be collecting all the footage and the comments at the end of the week, and then we'll cut that together to form a video which will be posted up next week. This is Huron. Currently we're at the place where our studio actually is. Our studio is right over there. You can't see it because it's blocked by that weird white building, but we'll be taking you up to our studio in a while. We'll be teaching you a very ninja-like move from our video ink, which uses a spring and superhuman reflexes. So right now we'll be heading to the studio and see you there. Alright guys, we're now in the green screen studio where I'm going to be teaching you a very ninja-like move. And the reason why I call it a ninja-like move is because of its very ninja-like nature. Now the move I'm going to be teaching you is from ink. It's the move that starts ink off, and it looks kind of like this. Somebody springs a card at 1 billion cards per second, and I reach in and I grab a card. So to kind of explain what I mean, it kind of looks like this. And one card is pulled out from the spring. Of course, this card can be returned to the spring, just like that. And that is called the ninja spring grab. That's right. Before I start, I'm going to give you a bit of history about the move. Now this move originated in the 1500s. It started in Japan, where my original ancestors was, who eventually turned into Chinese people because of the food they ate. Now what happened was there was a tribe, and to survive in the tribe they had to go through something called the old man trials. So I'm going to now teach you step 1 of the old man trials. I'm just making this crap on this. It's actually in a book which my great-great-great-great-great-great-grandfather wrote, and it's in a manuscript where they printed it back then. Yeah, that's right. In the 1500s. But it's at home, so I can't show it to you right now. But now, to be serious, I'm just gonna tell you a bit more about how this move can be used. To me, it's more of a fun kind of move. It's not something that's all big and everything, but it's actually a very, very impressive move. Me and Darren got inspired by it when we watched like those kind of crazy Hong Kong God of Gambler kind of movies where they like and like the whole card dragon flies across the room and stuff like that happens. So we figured we could do the stuff where this guy does a spring, goes like "Whatcha?" and he like takes out one card, you know, that kind of thing. And lo and behold, it's predictably an ace. It looks like a really difficult move, and if you don't know the ninja technique behind it, it is very difficult. So one day, me and Darren sat down and we were like, "Hey man, let's create a ninja move." And we came up with a technique. This is how it works. First of all, we have to explore how the cards fall when the spring is done. If you look at it, you realize that the cards kind of fall in a parallel kind of fashion. They're very like this, and they just keep falling down. Now, when I first started to try this move out, I really had difficulties doing it because I kept reaching it really quickly, and I thought that I needed that kind of speed to just get one really quickly, and I just approached it in a parallel kind of way. So what happened was when the cards fell, because of how fast they're going, I either reached a space like this when the cards fell, or because of how little I was going in, I just nipped the card and it just fell. So let's think about what we have to do. Now because the cards are falling like this in a parallel kind of fashion, we want to not go like this, but we want to hit it at an angle. This way will make it much easier to get the card. So the truth is, you don't even have to do it quickly, you can do it slowly, like this. So yeah, you can do it slowly. Now, on to the presentation of how it should be done. It shouldn't be done, you can do it in a nonchalant kind of way, but the idea is to kind of grab it real quick, to make it look as if you need that speed. So let's try it. Like this. So that's kind of how it works and how you can present it. Not so much as oh look, I can take my time, but rather the cards are rushing down real quick, I can just grab one out of the air. So now let's go on to the slow-mos. Alright, so let's go into some slow-mos of the spring grab. Remember, you don't want to go in like this because the cards would. It's gotta be real quick, right? You want to go in at an angle which increases the odds of your hand colliding with the card and getting one. So this is how it should look. Like this. You can even perform it slow because you don't have to rush, so it will look like that. That'll be much slower than you would do it. So that's the slow-mos! Of course, many of you guys are wondering how we managed to draw the ace from the deck so quickly and precisely in ink. And this is how. First, you need the 4 aces. That's right. And you need a face-up card, which would be around the middle of the deck. Right there. You're going to place the 4 aces around 5 to 7 cards away from the face-up card, but you're going to put them in there face down. 5, and they're face down. Now the idea is that our reaction time will allow for about 5 cards to pass after we spot the face-up card. So the method is to reach for the 4 aces the second you see the king. And chances are, by the time you see the king, your reaction time will be 5 cards later, and because there are 4 aces after that, there'll be a higher chance of getting an ace. And that's it. So let's try to do it. And that's right, that's an ace! Ta-da! Okay, I'm serious, let's try again. And that's an ace. So that's how you do it. I failed the first time, it's kinda nasty, but yeah, that's about it. Alright, so I hope you guys enjoyed that. That was the Ninja Spring Grab tutorial. I know that the move requires a spring and we only taught you the grab. So do look up for the spring tutorial, which will be coming in a few days. This week you're gonna ask us anything at all. Just throw questions at us, and I know you guys have questions like really deep ones like what music do you listen to? What color deck do you use? What cheese do you smell? What glue do you sniff? No, not that part, but I'm sure you get my point. Tell us what you think about the Ninja Spring Grab tutorial. If you have any problems at all, ask us. If you have any questions at all, ask us. Hit response, send in a video, just leave a comment if you're lazy. And yeah, I'll see you next week. Ta-da!